Golly, Miss Molly, it's the HART Sapphire Series 2021, and we have our fourth and final game of round 13 coming to you live from Nissan Arena, where it's a windy and balmy at 22 degrees here in Brisbane. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by journalist extraordinaire Hannah Davies. Hannah, we've got 1v2. Brisbane North Cougars taking on QUT Netball. This shapes to be, well, it is a prelim final preview, but it could be even a grand final preview.
Yeah, absolutely. This game is huge this afternoon. We've got 1v2 in the ladder, but also in shooting percentages. Alicia Adams-Tahara is first in shooting, and of course Riley Holland is second in the shooting. So,
well, Riley Holland did shoot a few games back, but you're right. Yeah, Riley Holland, she is great. It's 1v2, as we said. The ladder is Cougars 195 points, QUT Netball 176. And if QUT get all the skins, that is, wins all the quarters and the 10 points for the game, they will be just 1 point behind them coming into the last round. We've already had 3 matches this weekend, and they have been some crackers. USC Thunders probably went in as favourites against the Tigers. Tigers took care of them 59 to 55, sorry. Wildcats 63 over Mendy Rays, and then the one we just saw was an absolute belter. It was the Bull Sharks 55 taking on the USQ Jets 40. The team lists are up. Cougars are first. Martina Riekers is shooter. She's back. Mia Stour is back, released from the bubble in the with the Firebirds. Lisa Maimai is wing attack. Macy Garner is the centre. Vivian Fitzpatrick, the WD. Ruby Bakewell-Doran also released from purgatory with the Firebirds. She's gone back out to GD. Remy Camo is the goalkeeper. Leaves a bench of Captain Riley Holland, Lusa Numata and Naomi Fitzpatrick. Coached by Liz White. Amanda Vanderwall is the assistant, and Natalie Jarrett is the manager. There they are, the QUT side, the new ones, new people in the comp, and they've taken this comp by storm. QUT, Alicia Adams-Tahara is the shooter. Riley Bachelador, the GA. Dakota Newsom, the wing attack. Helena Verver is the centre. Danielle Taylor, the wing defence. The defensive end, Lily Gibble is the keeper, and Lenora Missa is the GD. Leaves a bench of Claire Haig, Kira Fitzgerald, and Sopo Lima Lama Tutayama Alsop. Of course, Keisha Grant's still out, busted thumb. She'll be back next week, they tell me. Paula Stewart is the coach of that one. Usually assistant coach is Shanoa Stockton. She's not here today. Mike steps in, and the manager is Sky Cater. The umpires for the big one, Cara Wennebaum and Jessica Lakeman. Just like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place, the Turrbal and the Jagera people, and pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today. Hannah Davies, what's your thoughts on this one? What are you calling it?
Look, I had a big think about this on the drive over, and
really?
I'm going to go with QUT today. It's I've got 2 really key matchups here that I want to look at, and it's sort of the battle of the Firebirds training partners, if you will. Riley Bachelador, you've been calling it that she's kind of building towards something. Will be up against Ruby Bakewell-Doran. Ruby just recently made her Super Netball debut. She's been with Mia Stour, but particularly Ruby has really been on the inner lining of the Firebirds as of recent. So her matchup against Riley is going to be integral, and also the 2 centres, Macy Gardner and Helita Verver. I think that one, leadership-wise, will really drive the 2 teams.
I've seen Bachelador training the last couple of weeks. She is ready, she is primed, and she is already a brilliant player, and she can only get better, and I'm just expecting huge things. I, too, am going for QUT. I always preface that by saying I am employed by QUT, but QUT, I think they're going to win in this one narrowly. They say you've got to have a loss before a final series. Maybe this is the one the Cougars need to lose. But they're 12-0 coming into this one.
I think Liz White might disagree with you there.
Liz will punch me next time she sees me. But QUT, they're 10-2. Last time these two met was way back in round 1. You said you've been thinking about it for 13 weeks.
Yes,
and that was
I
on
have.
April 18. Cougars 64, QUT 57. And that was, from memory, we did this one together. It was 57 all. And they just went on, like 56 all. And they just went on a bit of a run right at the end of the game.
Yeah, that last quarter. So I wouldn't expect anything different today.
So last week, Cougars, without their Firebird stars, took on the USQ Jets. Took care of that one, 66 to 51.
Oh,
and
Dakota Newsom there early on the intercept. Youngest player on court fires into Bachelador. That's an electric start from QUT.
You're not wrong. They lead it early, 1-0. And there's Bachelador. And she gets it again. She's had 2 touches early. And Dakota Newsom, youngest player in the comp, and away she goes.
Huge moment for her, obviously, with Keisha Grant. Oh, but there's Bakewell-Doran.
So
first intercept of the game, to be many.
talked to Liz before the game. She said it was a strange week. They thought they had him, then they didn't have him, and they had him again. And so it's just the world we live in now. And
there's Gribble.
Lily Gribble gets some hands on that one. And down they go. Long pass here. Bachelor getting involved early. As is Newson. Hasn't she developed? Came into the league at 15 and is playing extremely well. Filling in for, of course, Grant, who's got a busted thumb. Oh, brilliant work there. Bachelor 2 from 2. I don't want to say I called it, but I did call it. She was ready to explode. So.
Yeah, a great start from the QUT side. Of course, Cougars, like, they don't always do the flashiest stuff, but they're just so consistent. So you can't really discount them for a second in that 60 minutes.
You reckon that's a matchup? I'm calling it the centres, Verve the Ferrari on, obviously, another Firebird partner in Macy Gardner. And, yeah, I just think whoever wins that battle could go a long way to leading their team to victory. So don't forget to join us on the Facebook page, Sapphire Series, and you can be part of this great commentary. We thank you for your support over the last weeks. And look at that. And, oh, brilliant work there. Hate to say it, Bachelor again fires it into Adams. She gets her first. You said Adams is the #1 shooting percentage coming into this one. What is it, 90-something?
Yeah, 90%. That's 342 from 381.
That is ridiculous numbers. And Riley Holland, what's she here? She's a little bit...
Riley Holland is second. She's 238 from 266, so a little bit less volume, but still 89%, so pretty much same accuracy.
So Cougars get there first. And, oh, they throw it away there on the centre pass. And it falls the way of Lenora Misa. She gets us going. There's the Ferrari there. Oh, Bakewell Doran, she's already had one intercept, nearly #2 in the first 3 minutes.
Yes, such a big matchup between those two players. They play a huge role for their team in turning things over when it's important. So there's Bakewell Doran again. So she's got the up on Bachelor so far. A little bit older as well, a bit more mature in her play.
Both training partners with the Fireys, and they're probably playing each other for a bit. And the ball back with them. There's Verve.
There we
Gets
go.
a hand in. There's just matches all over the court, isn't there?
Oh.
Like Stour and Misa. That's going to be a cracker. You've got the elevation and hang time of Misa. Accuracy of Stour, who brings the power every match.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly the top two teams here. Like, it's obvious on the ladder, the 1 and 2, but just with skill and the names and the teams, this is the best of the best here.
Well, we know these two will meet in week 1 of the semi-finals. They'll play each other. It'll be the 1v2, and that one goes out on the full. So after 3-0 start here, they haven't scored since then. And as the Cougars increase their defensive pressure, Fitzpatrick, we talk about her every week. How good has she been?
Yeah, she's definitely that hard behind-the-scenes worker, just pushes away. So her matchup on the younger Newson will be pretty important.
It is indeed. We've got a lull in play while Gardner gets us going again. And back with Stour. Has to go back outside. Ooh, Lucas can't get her hands on that one.
Do we know if there's an injury to Holland? Is that why she's not starting?
She's had an injury all year. She's supposed to. She is not supposed to play full games. And of course, last week she came on and played the full game, and a chunk of it at GA even. Started the game with Rikas and then got moved for the super sub, as we were calling her.
Yes.
And Catalini. And as a result, yeah, she's not supposed to play as much as she's played this season. So, but there they are. Cougars now have scored 4 straight, just when we thought QUT were in control. And they're forced to go backwards here through Taylor. And they've just lost their way a little bit, but they'll get it back here. Here it is. Oh, nice work with Newson.
Great patience there to feed into Adam Sahara. She'll make no mistake there.
So we haven't mentioned Kamo. Like, she's got a big job to do on the #1 percentage shooter in the league. And that'll be a tough matchup as well. Rikas with this relaxed style, turns and shoots, misses misses that one, picked up by Stour.
Good rebound there from Stour, and that puts her at 4 from 4 already.
So Stour travelled with the Firebirds. I didn't see, did she get on at all? I know Bakewell Doran did.
No, Bakewell Doran, of course, replaced Rudy Ellis in the lineup there. But with Boetta, Tipper, Dwan, and Aiken on fighting form.
Tougher end to get into.
Oh, it certainly is. One of the toughest circles to break. honestly, it was pretty lucky for Tipper too with Wetta's not injury, pregnancy. Her pregnancy to lovely Bobby. So
we men think it's an injury, but we can't do it. So
yes, this is true.
There's no way we could do that. So, God got that bit right when he gave it to you guys. So fired into Rikas. Rikas gets it under the ring. She shoots. She scores. And just like that, the Cougars now lead by 2. They were down by 3 early. Looking for a stop here. A little bit of energy taken out of the QUT side. Nearly a hell ball. 2.9 seconds on that one. My gets it. Looks in. And there it is. Nice feed from Stour into Rikas. She turns and shoots. And looks like the Cougars have just found their groove.
Yeah, it didn't take them long at all, did it?
Never does.
QUT, they play with quite a different, it's quite a different style. It's just more like flashy, more entertaining, I would say. But they really need to like play within themselves. I think the Cougars perhaps just a little bit stronger, more consistent.
They go to the corner and, Rikas somehow keeps it in, but only falls the way of Misa. And away they go. Oh, great take there by Newsom.
No option from Veve.
So Gardner sticking to her like glue.
Little fumble.
Bachelador beautiful. Drives around. Oh, that was nice play by Riley Bachelador there. A la Tiani Fennell in the first game that we commentated today. She was brilliant.
Huge game there.
So, of course, if you haven't seen that game, watch it. Do yourself a favour. Back it goes. Stour, brilliant. And cops on for troubles from Misa, but she'll have a penalty pass or shot. And both teams still settling here, Hannah.
Yeah, look, nothing to say yet in terms of winners or losers. I think this level of intensity is going to keep up for the majority of the match, so plenty to come.
So QUT with it now. They fire it across. Hayes come on at wing attack. Newsom to the bench.
Interesting to make that move so early.
Just maybe getting a bit of experience out there to make sure that things are feeding the circle well. I didn't think Newsom was doing anything wrong. But there's the pass into Adams Tahara. We were calling her the logo a couple of weeks ago when she had an image of her catching the ball with one hand and just holding it up in triumph.
Certainly would be awesome. Mia Stour pulls it in. Haig almost gets a hand. Gardner giving the little head nudge.
So I did that with my dog, when I wanted to come outside, give him a nudge. So back with Stour. She shoots from range and makes no mistake.
Yeah, great stats from her so far. 6 from 6.
6 from 6 in her return. She had that thumb injury before she travelled with the Fibers, so she's missed, I think, 3 games.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it, would you? So probably just been shooting 24/7 with the Firebirds, just practicing, and it shows. Great pass here from Bachelador, finds Veve in the pocket, and working well. They're being very patient here. And, it was in the air. Kamo had a crack.
Good from Haig. Ooh.
Bakewell Doran from behind.
I tell you, only Adams Tahara could get a ball like that when you've got Bakewell Doran and Kamo on you.
Absolutely. And she gets the goal as well. Margin is 2. It's 6:15 to play in this, the first in this first week of semi-final matchup. It's huge. So, and of course the minor premiership's on the line. If the QUT side can take all the points, they're a chance of stealing the minor premiership.
There we go, Stour. She is so on fire today already. Just one of the calmest, most collected shooters.
Certainly is. We haven't talked about her stats coming into this one. Let's look at the sheet we've been given.
Oh, beautiful little 1-2 from Veve to Bachelador. Speaking of shooting, there she goes. We've been saying she's been building to something, and you can just tell in the way she plays. She loves the challenge of beating number 1.
Indeed, and she is looking like it today. So 241 out of 295 for Mia Stour at 82%. She's 4th in volume, 10th in percentage. And that is great for a goal attack to have that amount of shots. And remember, I think she's missed 3 games.
Yeah, pretty awesome there. So seems like Bachelador's really found her groove against Bakewell Doran. She probably started a little bit shy.
Not too many goal attacks can say that.
No.
They find the groove against Bakewell Doran. Ooh, that goal there makes it a margin of 1 and a 10-9, and it's with QUT. They get a chance to tie it up.
There she goes again. She's all alone, so the double team on Alicia Adams Tahara puts more pressure on Bachelador, but dare I say, I think that's exactly what Bachelador wants.
I wouldn't leave her alone.
No,
10-10.
The young, she's this young player with so much ahead of her. I think she just sees the pressure and just goes, give it to me. Like, let me show you what I can do with this.
skills are on display today all over the court. A loose pass here from Stour, kept in somehow by Macy Gardner. It falls the way of the Ferrari.
Yep, there she goes.
QUT are off and running. Oh, dribble. And Rika's clash bodies.
Yeah, they're teammates, of course, in the 19 side.
It would have been a hell of a 19 side.
Oh, wouldn't it have been? Of course, Bachelor at the other end would have been a part of that, as was, I believe, well, Losa was in the under-17s.
Yeah. Bingham was the other shooter in that group too,
Yeah.
and Cubby. So
Huge.
Yeah, there are some great players.
Certainly hope we can see them in action later in the year. You never know.
Yeah, it's the world we live in, unfortunately.
I know. Oh, Bachelor.
Bachelor on the boards, gets another one. That's 3 straight to QUT.
Yeah, and that puts QUT in the lead again.
11-10.
You can watch the replay here. Just a little fake. Puts it into the calm hands of Adam Stahara. Oh, there we go. Bachelor the baseline drive and just shooting from anywhere today.
4 straight to the QUT side, and Riley Bachelor's figures are impressive. She's 7 from 7, and I don't want to say I told you so, but she was ready to play.
Yeah, you could.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is the matchup she's been waiting for, and we know there are some players who just like live for those high pressure moments, and I just think she's one of them.
Big game player, and there's another one right there. The goal counts. It's Cougars down by 1. QUT with it, 3:07 to play in the first. Stour and Bachelor, it's the GA show at the moment.
This is the challenge for the Cougars as well, is that they haven't had the opportunity to play from down before. We know that they kind of shockingly came from below against the Mendy Rays, but I think that's the only quarter that they've actually
lost the first quarter. You might be right. They've lost a few throughout the comp, not many by the way.
But not a first quarter.
Not a first quarter. You're right. I can't recall either. But yeah, they tend to get the lead early and just run away with it as opposed to having to fight. But they're doing all right today. This is a quality side they're up against, and it's 12 all at the moment. Make that 13-12. Have we had a missed shot by anyone? Stour's 9 from 9. Rika's missed a couple early. That's right, until she found a groove. She's found her groove now.
100% from both of our goal attacks. That's huge already.
It's impressive effort. There's
Adam
Stahara. Oh, Bachelor door, brilliant. Drives around the top of the circle, drives towards the base, and shoots and scores.
I cannot wait to see her in the super when the super shot comes up. You can see she's right on the edge there.
8 from 8. And QUT have tied it again at 13s this time. Ooh, Misa had a good piece of that, just couldn't get it in the end. Stour passes off to Rikas. She shoots and scores brilliantly. So Cougars answer, it's a 1-point margin. This game's got it all so far.
Veve goes to Haig. Bachelor pops out and fires it into Adam Stahara.
The pass from Bachelor was sublime, and Adam Stahara gets another goal to her ever-impressive mounting number of goals for the season. That takes up to 356. And boom shakalaka. At range, Rikas from super shot range. Oh, it hung. It sat on the rim, and then the two QUT players knocked it out of each other's hands.
Yeah, they looked like they were fighting for that together. I don't think Misa knew Gribble was behind her.
Like kids over a lolly, wasn't it?
Yep.
You know, the last lolly, you fight your brother or sister for it.
Oh, yeah, everything on the line.
Have you got siblings, Hannah?
I do. I have an older brother.
There you go. You two would have fought for the last lolly.
Absolutely. Usually chocolate.
Oh, everyone's weakness.
The last Tim Tam.
The last Tim Tam. That's usually something a husband and wife fight over. So Veve has it through the midcourt now. Haig fires it across the hands in there from Macy Gardner. Great touch from her. We're inside the last 30 seconds of the first quarter. This quarter has delivered. Sometimes we talk these games up and they don't quite meet expectations, but this one has. Oh, loosen again. Haig can't find the Adam Stahara, but they do on the second attempt. And she scores again. QUT lead it by 1. It's their centre. They've got 10 seconds to go. 9 now. They're going to have to hurry. They're very relaxed. Bachelor, she'll go long. No, Haig with it. The responsibilities with Veve.
Probably need to move a
bit
little
quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't beat the buzzer. Not the best time management on that play, but QUT take the first 2 competition points. They lead it by 1, 15-14. Second quarter coming up after these messages.
you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back to the Sunday session in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It is round 13. We're just 2 weeks away from semi-finals, and we've got a semi-final preview. Brisbane North Cougars 12-0 first place, taking on QUT 10-2. They are in second. Coming to you live, as I said, from Nissan Arena, where she's a windy old day outside and a balmy 22 degrees, they tell me. So last time these two teams met, round one, Cougars 64, QUT 57. We're headed for a thriller in Manila. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by none other than Hannah Davies. Hannah, you got some stats on the first half brought to us by Natalie and Brandon.
Yeah, I do love my statistics, and I can tell you that given the score, it's no surprise that it's very neck and neck between the two teams. Both at 71% of pass conversion, so attacking ends firing, but the main difference now is the turnover conversion. For QUT, it's 100%, 6 out of 6, so you literally can't beat that. For the Cougars, it's only 56%, so that's what QUT are winning on right now. As well, they're a little bit ahead on the shooting percentage, not by much, 94% for QUT, 78 from the Cougars. So
individually, is the goal attack still dominating the shooting stats?
They are. Bachelor actually is leading the pack here, 8 from 8. Adams Tahara not too far behind, 7 from 8. Over the other side, Cougars 5 from 8 Rikas and 9 from 10 Stour. So probably Rika's stepping up a little bit. She is the goal shooter. We may see Riley Holland as well. So probably just easing into the game for her, but you know, in a game that's so tight, it's those little things that do matter.
So we just panned through the crowd there, quite a big crowd here today, and of course special guest from QUT, Professor Margaret Shiel. She is of course the Vice-Chancellor of QUT, so we welcome her to the coverage, and I hope she's enjoying the match. She's sitting just behind the QUT bench, so hopefully she's enjoying what she's seeing. Her team leading by 1. Big supporters of sport of QUT. I know that for a fact because I'm involved.
Hoping she can make sure that I graduate at the end of this year. I do attend QUT.
Follow the word. So
might speak to her after the commentary.
How's your GPA? Is it all right? Oh,
not too bad.
I imagine it would be. You'd be one of those.
I think it's like
dedicated people.
High fives, you know.
High fives, that's good. What's that? A D? Distinction? No. What's a distinction? 6?
I'm not even sure.
I got no idea. You can prick the guy that didn't go to university out of the two of us. So back with the QUT side now. Bachelor will shoot this one, and it falls a bit short.
First miss for her. So Kamo and Bakewell Doran scoop that up.
How good was that? Bakewell Doran, almost like a volleyball shot, hit it over to Kamo, who pulls it in.
Yeah, look, they're nothing but clever, those two.
Long pass here to Stour. Finds Macy Gardner in the pocket, fires across My, and Stour with her first shot of this quarter. Oh, she misses. So ball with Misa. The call possession to Rikas.
Yeah, I saw her enter that second from this camera angle, but Jeff Slakeman sees otherwise.
So it's QUT. They get the first. Cougars get the first 2 coming out of the break. And Fitzpatrick on the fly finds My in the pocket. Rikas shoots and nothing but net.
There we go. So we said she needs to step up, and she's just done it.
3 straight to the Cougars out of the break. QUT yet to settle from quarter time. We've only played just on 2. And Dakota Newsom back out there at wing attack. Works with Bachelor. Oh, nice pass by Newsom. Bachelor did the hard yards, drew the defenders with her, opened it up beautifully for Adams Tahara. Makes no mistake, 17 of 16. Gardner with no one to go, has to go back to Bakewell Doran, not a bad option.
Yeah, looking a little stuck here. Defense from QUT clearly making an impact, and there you go. Danielle Taylor.
No commentator's curse there, you called it and it happened. Long pass here, finds Bachelor, steps on beautifully.
See the replay there, and Gribble just eyes up.
Unfortunate that one, it was a nice play. Bachelor did all the work, just couldn't connect Newsom to Adams Tahara.
So this is the transition, the turnover conversion only at 55% here for the Cougars, so this is where they need to strike.
And they may hear through Stour. Oh, hang time there from Gribble, puts her off, has to go back to the top.
Yeah, she felt the pressure of that one, still steps in.
And Stour gets the 18th for the Cougars. They lead it by 2, lead the quarter by 3. So Newson does well, gets the ball here off the centre pass, doesn't go to her on the replay. There has it, fires it across. Nice play this, nice settle, double team here on Adams Tahara.
Good option there from Veve, goes back, finds Batcheldor. We know she'll shoot from there, but she's playing smart. Knows she needs to work in a bit closer.
So Batcheldor with it, fires across beautifully. Adams Tahara pulls it in one-handed. Shoots and scores. Back to a 1-point game. I think we'll be saying that a lot today. Hello. It's 18-17. And people just going up saying hello randomly during our commentary.
We are an open-air commentary box here.
Really should
Danielle Taylor again.
There's been a call. Taylor not happy. Obstruction, I feel it was. Oh, no. Offside.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for her.
Pesky shoelaces. I've been talking up the virtues of Velcro all season. We need Velcro shoelaces. There's the shot from Rikas, 19-17. And 1v2 is delivering. Newson pulls it in. Fires across there this time. Down they go. Newson in the pocket. Oh, nice work by Batcheldor. All hands on. Came off Batcheldor last, unfortunately.
Yeah, Kamo caught a whiff of that.
Read it like the big smile on the face. She's happy with that one. Kamo long to Ruby Bakel-Doran. Straight down the middle channel there for the Cougars. Shot is just missed. Somehow Stour keeps it in and contact from Misa.
So Lenora Misa probably just needs to stay in a little bit here. She's getting great. She's having a crack at everything. It's just been like, I think, timing it tiny bit too late that she's getting the call. But she's just so close. If she can just release that extra bit early and stay off the body.
So Cougars lead it by 3. Now 4 through Rikas. That was a very quick centre pass and goal. Back with Batcheldor. Away go the QT's team. We still haven't come up with a logo for them, have we? Or a nickname or anything?
Nope.
We've got nothing.
I don't get paid to do that, Millsy.
We tested the oranges for a little while. They didn't like that, so we'll stick with nothing.
No.
So, anyway, contact call here on someone on Misa, as you mentioned just before. Stour passes off. Rikas gets the lead out to 5. Is it timeout time, Hannah Davies?
Yeah, look.
It is, and it's called. Wow.
You're asking me. But
I am good. So, QUT timeout. They've come out of this half. They went in. They were leading by 1. They're now down by 5. So it's been a great start to the Cougars. 8-2. We're going to listen in to see what Paula Stewart has to say, and it should be pretty direct and excellent. We're hearing nothing at the moment. We've got a shot of the Cougar side. They're looking pretty relaxed, passing out the lollies. And Riley Holm there on the right of your screen hasn't seen the court yet. Rikas and Stour doing the job.
Definitely expect to see her later in the game, though.
Indeed, we do.
Know. There we go.
Let's listen in to Paula.
You've got 9 minutes and 22 seconds of hard work, and that's going to be defence all the way down and attack bringing it all the way down. All right? Look, there was a few, I thought a few little hard calls in there, but the thing is, though, we just need to adjust straight away. All right? And that's what we need to have a look at, is to, as soon as she's saying, what's that one? You don't know? Okay, that's all right. But, again, let's see if we can make sure that they do see that gap, all right? Moving your body around. Let's go.
So just as I was saying, she's chatting to Lenora Misa there about the contact. Paula Stewart not really seeing what's in it. Lenora a little confused. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if at halftime they have a chat to the umpire just to get some clarification, because it's obviously causing an issue for them. She's getting, like I said, a lot of good attempts at it, but when you get called out of play, it kind of makes all that hard work go to waste.
So the QUT side a bit slow out of the timeout. They've been cautioned for a delay of game, and Vava has to stand out of play as the penalty gets advanced. It's a very, very petty rule, that, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, it is the rule. But the ball knows, and it ends up with QUT regardless. And away they go through, it looks like Haig's come on at wing attack. There's been a few changes.
Yeah.
Misa's gone to keeper, yeah?
a healthy rotation between Haig and Newson. But yeah, you're right. Danielle Taylor in goal defence now, and Kira Fitzgerald in wing defence. So Stewart obviously seeing that something needs to change up here. They're only 5 behind, so not a lot, but against a team like the Cougars, it kind of seems that way, doesn't it?
So we've got a Fitzgerald and 2 Fitzpatricks. Boy, will that confuse the bejesus out of me. So.
Well, fortunate for you, Millsy, only one Fitzpatrick is on court right now, so you should be fine for now.
Tell me it's Vivian.
It is certainly Vivian.
Look at me go.
Well done.
So, there's your Mizuno momentum shift away of QUT. So the timeouts work. They get a goal straight away. Looking for another one here. They're fighting back. They have. That's what Paula Stewart asked for. It was 5, now 3. Cougars 22-19. And they still lead the quarter by, 8-4 at the moment. So Rika's looking to answer. She does. 23-19. We haven't talked about...
Oh, we can see the birdies on the screen there. There's Romelda Aiken. Lara Dunkley giving a little sort of wave to the camera. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah.
Good to see them supporting the local girls, of course. There's some familiar faces for them on court right now. No doubt some future teammates.
There are. So maybe they're just scoping out the opposition. They don't want to lose their spots.
Yeah,
there
this
is
is
some talent coming through in this league. So,
big hit there from Kamo against Bacheldor. Bacheldor looks like she put a bit of mayo on that one. But
bit of mayo. So, I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's a footy term, actually.
I've got no idea.
It just means big exaggeration.
Digging your own hole there.
Gina's nodding along. She's heard it. Thank you.
Gina, of course, our EP tells us what to do regularly. So 23-20, and it's back with the Cougar side. They fire to the pocket. Mai turns on the afterburners, as does Stour. Rikas is on the deck.
She's having a lay down there. She's taking a break from all the hard work.
It's a little harsh.
I'm saying she's working hard, Willie.
Rikas gets goal number 24. Don't forget, coming into this match, Cougars averaged 70.1, and defensively 42.8. The QUT side, they averaged 56.6, and third best defence in the league at 43.9. So that's a big differential in offence. It's, 14 goals. But at the moment, it is just 3 the difference. QUT 21, Cougars 24. And it's hard work at the moment.
Yeah, challenges on QUT right now.
Misa!
Lenora Misa answers.
Umpire took it off her.
Yeah, look, a few different calls against Misa right now. Contacts. I'd love to see the replay on that.
Oh, maybe we will. There it is. Let's have a look. It stopped. Oh!
No, look.
I don't know, it's hard to say, isn't it? Jess Lakeman saw it one way, we saw it another. Yep. We got the technology. So it's still with Cougars at the moment. They can't get this goal at present. Stour fires it to the top. Nice work here. In super shot range. And that's her bread and butter, Mia Stour. How's her stats looking?
Oh, look, they're pretty squeaky clean so far.
Squeaky clean.
13 from 17, 70. Oh, sorry, I'm reading Rika's. Stour is 12 from 14, 86%.
Squeaky clean they are indeed. So, fired across, it's with the QUT side. The Veve. Oh! Kamo took it out of Adams Tahara's hands. And transition time. Now there's a clash of bodies. It's getting willing all of a sudden. The two wing attacks come together.
Yeah, big hit against Haig. Of course, she'll get calls for the causing contact.
Actually, she might have come out of that second best. She's grabbed her left hip. So her hip might have clashed with Mai's hip. Stour with it now, looking to build on this 4-goal lead. And there it is. It's out to 5, 26-21. And Cougars doing what Cougars do. They just grind it out. And then we've got a construction call here on Fitzgerald. In the pocket, they fire it across. Again, Fitzgerald attracts the attention of the umpire.
Yeah, they might want to be careful here a bit, QT. There's a lot of calls of contact, especially in a row.
Well,
I wouldn't want to see a caution given to QT this early.
Well, that play there, they haven't actually done anything. Like, it was a contact in the corner, contact, 4 in a row, and then, yeah, so. Long pass here from Haig. It's too much on that one. Through from the hip. If you've been coached by me, you know I hate that. Don't throw from the hip.
Yeah, QT just losing a bit of vision here.
They came out of the timeout well, but they've just sort of gone back into a hole a little bit, haven't they? So Bakaldon fires it across My in the corner. They're loving that left-hand pocket at the moment.
Oh, they certainly are.
And that's why, oh, loose hands there. It comes off Nisa last. So still with the, looks like the ball girls are from Queensland Catholic today. Would that be the Queensland Catholic uniform I'm looking down there?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Certainly will be.
You're a Downey Park girl?
No, I was Queensland Catholic once upon a time.
Oh, stop it.
back in
the day. So it's, we won't go there. 4 straight to the Cougars.
Oh, it wasn't very good. That's why I'm sitting here.
5 straight now. And Cougars have got this lead out to 8 in the blink of an eye. So they've put the pedal to the metal. What's the quarter time score there, Hannah D?
Huge there from Ruby Bakewell-Doran. It is 15-6. So Cougars have just put the pedal down.
Got the foot on the throat and they followed through. Again, they use this left pocket. They're loving that today. And it's still with the Cougar side. And they fire it back out. Now they find Stour in the super shot range. Gribble doing her best, but has no effect. Sorry, that's not Gribble, is it? That's Taylor. No, is it Gribble? My eyes deceive me. And away we go. Back with Rikas. She throws up an air ball. It falls the way of the... no, that is Taylor. Taylor at GD. Gribble to the... Oh, Fitzgerald goes down hard. She's up now, gets the ball. Has to go back. Dribble's on for Nisa now.
So a fair few changes in QUT so far.
Trying to find the right one, and there's a hell ball.
Yeah.
Brilliant defence again.
Something just not working for QUT. Lost a bit of vision here, it seems.
It's a 16-6 quarter. They lead it by 10, and they've got the match by 9. They fire it down. Gardner, this time in the right pocket. Stour with it. Has shot from there consistently all day.
Yeah, great shot from her. Only 2 misses for the game so far.
And again, another centre pass not connected.
No, look, you work closely with Paula Stewart, Millsy. What are you expecting from her at half-time?
She's a very calm coach. I don't think I've ever seen her get cranky. She gets cranky at me, but everyone gets cranky at me. But, you know, she'll just keep... She feeds positivity, and that's her big thing, and that's when she sets these teams that win championships. That's how she does it, through positivity. She'll give them a few pointers, not a lot. She doesn't overcoach, and yeah, they'll hopefully make some changes with regards to manner of play. Like, they're not playing badly. There's just a couple of connections not quite working at the moment, and as we've said all season, the Cougars make you pay when you make a mistake. And I think one thing they're going to have to clean up is, particularly at this end, it looks like they're drawing a fair amount of attention from the whistle from Jess Lakeman's end. So they just probably need to, you know, adjust to her style of umpiring, which is what Paula said in the timeout. So
yeah,
maybe that's why Lenora's gone off.
I think they're in their heads a little bit, actually. It doesn't seem to be they're playing at all. I think right now it's a mental game for them. And look, they are obviously the newest team to the comp. Yes, individuals have played finals together, but they haven't done it as the team and as the family they consider themselves. So it is a new situation for them to be in right now.
Indeed it is, and again there's a loose feed into the circle. It was forced because they were playing the zone. Bachador nearly picks it up there on the defensive end, and Stour with it. They're on a run. It was 24-21, so they're going for, 9 straight at the moment. This will be the 10th if they get it. Boy, do they need a Mizuno momentum shift here, the QUT side, but they won't find it. Rika sneaks along the baseline and scores. So, boom shakalaka, it's 10 straight. Just before the halftime siren goes, Rika scores. They are on a run here, the Cougar side. They are leading it by 13, 34-21. Second half coming up straight after these messages.
Hey Netty fans, Netball Queensland is seeking your support for our Diamond Spirit program in 2021. This program is absolutely amazing because it provides opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students in the most remote and regional communities in Queensland. Every dollar that is raised will go towards the leadership programs and also providing the opportunity for people in those most remote communities in Queensland to play the sport that we absolutely love. Your donation will make a huge impact on the lives of our Diamond Spirits girls, simply giving them the opportunity to follow their dreams. So, to donate today, jump on the website or make sure you make a donation when you register for Netty in 2021. And don't forget, if your donation is greater than $2, it will be tax deductible.
As a small-town girl from a tight-knit family, I was nervous about moving to the city to study at QUT. But I soon found my feet, thanks in part to the Uchery unit, who help Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students like me adapt and thrive. At QUT, I've taken every opportunity that's come my way and was named the Queensland Law Society's First Nations Law Student of the Year. It's been a challenging journey, and QUT is helping me succeed.
That's Bella Sorby.
It is, former Cougar.
Welcome back. It's Nissan Arena. There's a shot of Bella Sorby. Of course, she was in the championship winning side last year, hurt her knee, and is out for the entire year this year. So we welcome her back. And there's Coughlin. Is that Coughlin as well? Yeah,
Sure
she's
is,
there as
Olivia
well.
Coughlin.
We were really excited about her, and she hurt her knee
Still
as
am.
well. Dodgy knees. Anyway, welcome back. We're at Nissan Arena. We are in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It's round 13. It's 1v2. We were only won the diff at quarter time, but the Cougars put the pedal to the metal in the second quarter, and they won it 20-6. They now lead at 34-21. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Hannah Davies. What are those stats telling you, Hannah?
Yeah, look, an enormous start from QUT really, but the Cougars just absolutely bulldozed through that second quarter, 20-6. Their turnover conversion went up enormously to 75%. QUT's only at 67%. Shooting as well went up to 83%. QUT's shooting is excellent, 91%, but they're just not getting the same volume. They've only had 23 shots at goals, whereas the Cougars have had 41 shots at goal.
Yes, indeed. So if you've got some solutions for the Cougars, why don't you join us on the Facebook page for the QUT? So join us on the Facebook page. Let us know. I'll pass them on. You can go to the HART Sapphire Series. That is the Facebook page. The website, sapphireseries.com.au. That's through the week. You get all your news, views, and interviews. And don't forget, we live in a COVID world, so sometimes our game times change and that sort of stuff. And, of course, you can watch these games back on the Sapphire Series YouTube page. Just go to Sapphire Series in your search engine there at the YouTube. Is that what you call it? The YouTube?
YouTube.
Just YouTube, no
Just
the?
YouTube.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Anyway.
The Facebook.
The book face, isn't it? So,
Yes.
so our sponsors for this incredible competition, HART Sports, they are our principal sponsor, and we thank them. They've been with us for 3 years, and we really love their support. The Gassick Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, which I just had a swig of, and the Powerade, they are the major partners. Don't forget Bondivite and Strap It. They are, of course, our official partners. Gina and the team at Double Take Sport bring you all the pictures and the replays and all that, and they do a great job every week. We're proud to have them on board as well. So second half, it's all to be done. Don't forget, next week we've got 4 games as well. It's going to be the push for semi-finals. We've still got 6 teams in contention, not just mathematically but realistically. First up on the July 24th, which is Saturday, it's Wildcats taking on QUT Netball. Wildcats, one of the 2 teams that can't make the semis. QUT will be looking to sharpen their game leading into the finals. Then at 5 p.m, we've got a big one. Cougars taking on Bond Bull Sharks. Bull Sharks just knocked off the Jets. They knocked off number 3. They're going to have to knock off number 1 if they want to make the semis. But the way they played today, I can't see them not doing it.
Yeah, look, it wasn't really a close contention either. They dominated.
They won the first quarter and they went on from there. Jets got the second back by a couple, but that was it. And of course, at 7 next Saturday, USQ Jets taking on the Tigers. And a strange way, on the Sunday game, that's Thunder and Rays. That could be the one that determines the Final Four. So we could go down to the very last game of the regular season before we know the Final Four. So this one gets underway. Bachelor gets the first. So the lead back to 12 for the Cougars.
A few changes for QUT as well. They've got Hagen to centre, Veve in wing defence, and Newson sticking in wing attack. So interesting to move Hagen to centre. She hasn't played with the side as much as anyone else, really. So intrigued by that, but could be the settler here.
She's experienced former Tiger, so played with the Tigers last year. One of the many people that retired that have returned to the league. And
gotta love it.
She is one of those as well. We've had a few. I always tell about Chanel Dye with the retirement party, and she's back. So Newsom with it now. Started extremely well. Oh, can't find...
yeah, pass just goes to no one there.
Not sure who it was for. I think it was for Adam Stahara, but went to no one. And this incredible transition game of the Cougars. They bring it down, they're in the pocket, they shoot, and Mia Stour makes you pay. And a bit of energy just gone out of the room. There was a lot of noise in that at quarter time. And our Queensland Gems are behind us. They're training for their national titles in September. The Queensland Gems supported by Queensland Netball.
Yeah, they're looking pretty sharp on the court right now, so watch out for that championship.
It's coming up in September as we speak.
Fitzpatrick, good effort there.
Somehow she keeps it not in, unfortunately. It just touched the line. That was a brilliant effort by her. Will we see her sister come out, do you think, today?
From the Cougars, potentially. Depends how this lead goes out for them.
Well, they've got a chance to build on here. Fitzpatrick again gets the ball. The Cougars get the ball again. They're firing down. There is the sister on screen. I'm going to go with Naomi. That was Naomi.
It was Naomi.
Getting good at this game.
You'll get there one week.
37 to 22. 15 the difference. And again.
Yeah, there she goes. Vivian again. She's on everything.
She certainly is. We talk about Bakewell, Doran and Kamo, but Fitzpatrick's a big cog in that defensive unit. They fire it again. This time it's with Mai on the circle's edge. We might not see Holland at all. They might decide this is the one they rest her and get that injury just right coming into finals. 38 to 22. So margin is 16. Back with Stour. She looks across, finds Mai. Brilliant work again. So
great call there from the umpire to see that Lenora Misa had that first.
Front position. Down it comes. QUT, this has been great transition. They get it to here, breaks down just a little bit, and Bakewell Doran comes across.
Oh my God, she's so athletic.
That was impressive. Took it off Bachelor, fired it across, and somehow stopped it from going out. So, again, will they make them pay? That turnover conversion rate must be up for the Cougars at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's 75 at this second, but with that goal, it's now 79%. That's huge.
79% conversion turnover rate. We talk about 65 to 70 is really good. And, unfortunately, Adam Stahara couldn't handle it. Just fell out of court with the ball.
Yeah, so things just not going the way for QUT right now.
Some uncharacteristic performances here. So they did well, and Cougars are running extremely well at the moment.
Gardner looked a little stuck there, but it doesn't take long for someone to open up for her.
So this time it's Taylor call for the contact.
You can see Gribble stand up, potentially moving on. I think for QUT, they're not quite adjusting to the umpiring, if I'm honest. At the end of the day, we play to the umpires, and whether you're happy or not with the call, that's the call. So we saw it a little bit with Misa getting called in the second quarter. She's adjusted really well, though. But you don't want to get Taylor stuck as well.
So Rika's just leant back into that one and took the shot and did it brilliantly. So they've only scored one goal since the halftime break here, the QUT side. It was 34 to 21 at halftime. So this run continues. It was 10 straight coming into the quarter-time break. They've scored 7 to 2 since then, so they're on a 17 to 2 run in favour of the Cougar side. Oh, Stour just let that one slip through the fingers. That's something you don't see often.
No, but she doesn't really look worried about that.
They are leading by 18. So back with QUT now.
Wow, there we go. Mai just having a crack there.
Dribble couldn't hold that one.
No, probably should have been hers.
Rika shoots from range, misses. Taylor comes down with it. Let's see if QUT can get something going here. Transition-wise, beautiful play. On to Bachelor. She fires it across. This is nice play. They got back to the Bachelor drawing the defence with her, and it opened up for Adams Tahara.
That was play that we saw in quarter one. So that's the kind of flow that they need to bring back. Just releasing, having the confidence in each other, I think.
Oh,
there
nice pass in. That is brilliant. Bachelor 2 in a row. They've broken it. The Mizuno momentum shift is happening. And here come the QUT side. They get it back to just 16. Oh, hand in there by Miss. Oh, she's been called for obstruction. So, and Rikas will have a chance. So we saw a shot of Adams Tahara there, and she had all these circles on her. Care to fill us in? What is that? Is that something to do with massage therapy?
It's cupping, actually.
It's what, sorry?
Cupping.
Cupping.
It's where it's
Tell
to
me
release.
what's cupping.
I'm not a physio or anything of the sort, but I believe it's to release muscle tension. You apply heat to the body and literally a cup, and it just applies pressure, and it leaves a bruise to the surface level.
She's like she's gone to MMA or something.
Well, it's really popular in swimmers.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, players often wear it too.
If she wants to report an assault, there's a police station not far from here, so there's some serious bruising on her. So back with the Cougars now, and Rikas has it. And a turnover again, is it? No, still with the Cougars. Stour gets us going again. 3 options. Chooses the probably more. That was good English. Chose the really poorest option of the 3. Still with the Cougars, looking to build on this lead.
Oh, great shot in there from Mai.
And they do through Rikas. We're back to 17. It's been as much as 19. And QUT working hard. Bachelor keeps it in well. They're forced to go backwards. Gribble with it at the moment. There. Looks down, goes the pocket. They've got an obstruction call. Back we go. Newsom uses a pace, finds Bachelor inside super shot range. Makes no mistake. Things just starting to happen for QUT. They just need to go on a little run, get it down to single digits. At the moment, it is 16. How's the quarter time score trick going?
So 9-6 to Cougars.
So that's tightened up a bit.
Yeah, they're not too far behind now. But they're going to have to call something special out here if they do want to call back.
So back with QUT now. Gribble finds Newsom. Seen big minutes in this one. Fires it across. Newsom again looks down. Fast release. Verve's there. Just can't quite find Adams Tahara at the moment. The defence of the Cougars keeps turning on her. Bachelor shoots successfully. Again, we're back to 16. 44 to 28. That was nice play by the QUT side. That was
you can see the replay
patient
there.
And a great shot to finish.
Beautiful. Bachelor's been on particular form today. 14 from 15, 92%.
So 14 of the 28 goals. That means they've shared it evenly, 14 each. Normally you see more to Adams Tahara.
Yeah, certainly. I think the double play on Adams Tahara is having an impact there.
Struggling to find her at the moment. Oh, that was close.
That was certainly lucky. Newsom finds Verve. Hits Bachelor. Sinks another.
So Bachelor's lighting it up today. So she now is outscoring the shooter in Adams Tahara.
It's looking much better from QUT, but it's going to take this kind of performance on a more consistent level if they want to overcome.
This is how they played in the first quarter. So they're back to that sort of form, which is great. There's a chance here. They keep it in. Oh, short pass,
that's
replay,
unfortunate.
one of the two.
If they just let that one go, it would have just gone straight out.
I'm not sure what the call is, but it's one of those. It's either a short pass or a replay. So Stour with it. Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? They done the hard work. They managed to force the turnover. They couldn't hang on to it. And the Stour just drains one from range.
Yeah, turnover conversion for QUT, only 54%.
So Newsom with it now, fires it across. We get it to Bachelor. She eventually gets it into Adams Tahara, but a bit far out. And turns to the hoop and makes no mistake. So they hit 30 QUT. Unfortunately, Cougars are at 46, and the difference is 16. Back we go. Cougars with it. We haven't seen Holland yet. In fact, we haven't seen any of their bench yet, have we?
No, we certainly haven't. And I guess you can kind of see why. They're at 47 now. The bench are warming up, though, as is Holland. So, maybe warming up's not the right word. She's walking around.
She's very casual if she's warming up.
Hard to say if that's preparing for the match or not.
Numata, she's warmed up, I think. She might get on. We've seen her a fair bit. Yeah, she's talking to the assistant coach, Amanda Vanderwall. So back to a 16-point game. We've been at this sort of 16-17 level for a fair bit. They get a turnover here. This is it. QUT looking to kickstart this quarter. Back through Gribble now. Gribble fires it across, finds the Ferrari. She looks down, nowhere to go, has to go back to Gribble. Now Newson, they haven't gone anywhere. They're still in the mid-third. Fire it down. Bachelor, Kamo doing a brilliant job on Adams Tahara. It's on though now. There it is. Great pass in from Verver. And Adams Tahara gets the shot. They needed that one, QUT. Chance for 3 in a row here. Margin is only 15.
Yeah, this goal here is really important for QUT. They're only trailing by 2 for this quarter, so momentum needs to go their way. And there we go, Bachelor. The crowd love that.
Bachelor from range gets them back to just a 14-point game. And the quarter is 13-12. QUT coming back. And this is what we were hoping for, and here they come. Need a turnover here. They fire it in. There it is, out in the full. The pass from mid-quarter Macy Gardner goes out. Transition time here for QUT. This is a chance for 4 straight. They're centre next. So we've had a change. That looks like Sopo Lima Lama, not Tutayama Alsop at wing attack. Oh, loose hands here. And, but no, even the pace of Bakewell Doran can't hold it. Another loose feed. Adams does well. She fires it in. Bachelor gets it. Here they come. QUT. The margin back to 13. This for 5 straight. Verver with it. Finds Gribble. Helping her out on the transverse. Bachelor back to Verver. They want to get it to Adams Tahara. She's probably not quite in the right spot. We've got a contact call here. So, and we are with QUT. Bachelor for a chance for 5 in a row. She gets it. QUT coming home from nowhere. Difference is now 12. Remembering it was 19 at one stage. 2:11 to play, and this is the third. And QUT now lead this quarter. They lead it by 1. So here come the Cougars looking for a Mizuno momentum shift right here. They have to go back to Gardner. And they're all together here, the Cougar side. Eventually it falls to Rikas, and as cool as you like, she gets a goal. My partner in crime's back in action. You had a little bit of a splutter there.
Yes, bit of a coughing fit. My apologies.
Bit of the sponsor's product went down the wrong way. So back with the Cougar side here. They've turned one over straight away. There gets a hand in. And it is with Stour. This will hurt, and it does. So after 5 straight to the QUT side, they give up 1 immediately. And this is a chance for Cougars to get 3 back in a row.
A really even quarter, though, so much better performance from QUT, only trailing by 1.
And Stour steps back, and nothing but net. So 50-35, you'd say QUT and, Cougars are on track for their average of 70.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it in the first quarter, it being so even, but that second quarter, and even this performance now, they're not slowing down at all.
Unfortunately, there looks like an offside call there on Sopo, I think. And the Cougars now have a chance for their 4th straight. Loose pass here. Gardner can't keep it in. She tried.
So with Sopo on at wing attack, that's the 3rd wing attack they've had on. So perhaps QUT are really feeling the weight of Grant being lost.
Yeah, possibly. Of course, Grant is exceptional and super fast, and played international netball. So that's a big shoes to fill. The double team on Adams Tahara. She's not dominating like she normally does, so that's hurting, and maybe they haven't got that easy feed that they quite often have into the shooting circle. So 5 in a row here. Oh no, she misses. So that's good news for the QUT side. They're in transition now. They've got the margin back to 15. And we have run out of time in this, the 3rd quarter. So a 16-14 quarter to the Cougar side gives them the lead by 15. They lead at 50-35. It's going to take a big last quarter from the QUT side to fight back. Cougars lead it by 15.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back. It's the Sunday session in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It's the Cougars defending their undefeated season. They're taking on the QUT side. It's 1v2. And unfortunately, it's all Cougars at the moment. They are running away with this one, 50-35. We had a great first quarter, won the difference in favour of the QUT side. My name's Dave Mills. Hannah Davies joins me in commentary. Hannah, what happened in there? The second quarter seemed to be the one that got them going. Third quarter was fairly even.
Yeah, the third quarter was a much better performance from QUT, only 14-16. Unfortunately for them, it's the second quarter that's just really let them down. And frankly, 15 against the Cougars is just too far to catch up. You know, with a team like the Cougars, honestly, you have to stay within, I'd say, 3 if you want a chance of winning.
You're calling it early? You're giving it to the Cougars this one?
Yeah, I am. I feel like, as a commentator, you kind of hope for the upset. It makes the game and the competition more exciting, but it's really hard to get an upset against a team like the Cougars.
So 13-0, they look like they'll be at the end of this one, and they play next week. If they win that, 14-0, perfect start to the season going into finals. There's a mentality that sometimes you've got to lose one before but not really for the Cougars, you don't think?
No, I don't think the Cougars need to lose at all to be a winning team. We've seen them even last week. Of course, they had a few outs, Baker, Doran and Stour for the Firebirds, and they still pulled in some of the resis and made it happen. So
let's talk next week. Next Saturday, Wildcats at 3 take on QUT Netball. That'll be a big match. QUT will be looking to bounce back if they don't get the result here. Then an even bigger match, Bull Sharks fighting for fourth. That's at 5. They take on the Cougars at 7. It's the Jets and Tigers. And then on Sunday morning, we've got one match. The Rays, last game of the season, taking on the Thunder. So
good work there from Veve just to keep fighting for that ball, and that's the fight that we need to see from them this quarter. Again, they've changed up positions a little bit, put Veve back into centre. That'll help them, but little misses like that, unfortunately, just won't.
So we're back with Cougars playing this transition game that they have. A bit of hands over this time. So Gribble at wing defence. She's trying to stay with My. That's a tough task in itself. They fire it in, Stour. They do love this left-hand side of the court, particularly when they're going this end.
Yeah, they love a pocket pass, don't they?
The pocket pass.
Another contact on Misa. So this is kind of where things started to fall for the QUT side. It was a bit of a head game between Misa, Taylor, and dare I say the umpire. Not necessarily any wrong calls, but I think that the girls were just kind of feeling a bit of that pressure. And
so the new winging defence for the Cougar side is Lossa Numata, and she gets an intercept straight away. Missed shot here from Stour, but she gets her own rebound with aggression. She ripped that one down. And Mia Stour, it's hard to fault a game in any aspect, isn't it?
Yeah, look, she's such a standout in the position. And she can just match with anyone, really.
So Riley Holland doesn't look like she's going to play at all today?
No, look, it's not looking like that. She's got a shirt on. I'd say you're exactly right in that resting her this week means she's fully ready for next week in the finals. And obviously we know that Cougars will it's pretty obvious they're going to play a full finals campaign. So I suppose, resting some of those key players is probably a good idea. In saying that, Macy Gardner and the rest of the lot don't look like they need any resting, so...
Winning tends to make you look even fitter. I've always said that. You always look like you've got more energy when you're winning.
Yep.
So Rika's with it, fires it across. My, they're using a bit of a triangle offense this time. And the give and go works beautifully with Stour. Taylor, in her face, can't stop the shot. We're at 54-36, margin is 18. If you thought it was too hard at 15, 18's even that little bit more. So back we go.
So interesting that Cougars, the first quarter is not their strongest, but second and third seem to just be where they really, I should say second and fourth really, is where they just drive it home.
Well, yeah, second quarters they tend to put the distance and then they sort of coast for the rest of it. And because teams play catch-up, the margin blows out. But you weren't with us last year in commentary. Quite often the Cougars would actually lose the last quarter. Usually the job was done by three-quarter time anyway. But, yeah, they did. And it was something that Liz addressed with the team. I know that. There's this famous, we were listening in when Liz gave him an absolute spray on air, which was brilliant TV.
Always.
It was, and she was just getting a bit frustrated by the amount of the last quarters they were losing. And pretty much from that time on, I don't think they've lost another one since. So ball goes into the QUT side. They get it back to 17. So the margin is a little bit difficult probably to win in 11 minutes. So they'll be looking just to get something out of this quarter. How's the quarter time stats going at the moment? Like, who's winning this quarter?
Yeah, so still Cougars, no surprise there, 4-2. So
4-2.
QUT still within the quarter. But, yeah, it's just, for me, that turnover conversion. Centre pass is, not too bad from either side. 84 from Cougars, 64% from QUT. But turnover conversion from QUT is only at 47%. So the chances of winning off a turnover statistically just not with them.
That is true. And Adams Tahara shoots her volume down a little bit today. So how's her shooting stats looking?
Adams Tahara, 20 from 21, so incredibly accurate as always. But you're right, the volume is
21
down.
for three quarters of netball. She's usually more than 7 a quarter type shooter. So
Batchelor 18 from 20 at 90%. So like nothing going wrong with the shooters. They're both shooting beautifully, but it's just getting it into the circle really.
Saruka is as cool as you like. She missed a shot. She just swatted it back to the wing attack, and then back it came from My, and she shot and scored.
Nice transition there from QUT. Going out to Haig.
They just can't find... Normally they find Adams Tahara easily, but this Bakewell-Doran Kamo combo, it's pretty hard to say actually, Bakewell-Doran Kamo combo. Sounds like a $4.95 meal.
It is a tongue twister.
And they're just too much on Adams Tahara. This would be an area they'll look at training. Steps in and shoots and scores. So Adams Tahara fighting back, margin 17. And Cougars just doing what Cougars do week in, week out. Ooh, contact call here on Misa. Falls the way of Rika's. Oh, hits the back of the ring. It comes back. And she uses her elevation to pull it in. Scores again. Margin 18. There she is on screen. Is there a more relaxed, not just netballer, but human in the world?
Than Rika's, possibly not.
It's ridiculously
I'm
relaxed.
sure the headspace is not as relaxed, but
so
composition certainly is.
They tell me she's a social media influencer. So they shoot long here, and Stour misses a shot. Rika's just bats it back to her. And the lead continues to build for the Cougar side. Brisbane North Cougars lead it by 19.
They do, and winning the quarter to 8-4. So 3 quarters of really, really good netball from the Cougars here.
So at quarter time, we were all excited. It was only a 1-point game. We said this match is delivering. But that 20-6 second quarter took the bit of the wind out of the QUT sails.
Yeah, it did. They're just, they're still within it, but it's just that second quarter. I mean, a 14-point loss on the scoreboard, if you took away that quarter, it wouldn't look nearly as bad. But, we know in netball, especially, at the high level, you can see the score. Sometimes the scoreboard pressure is almost just too much to overcome.
It's what we talked about earlier in the season when the Jets were playing the Cougars. That we talked about the grand final from 2020, and the same thing happened. Second quarter, they won it by 17 and won the match by 16 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was similar sort of numbers. And yeah, the rest of the game was pretty even. So a timeout called here. I think it's QUT have called it. Cougars 60-40. They lead it by 20. They're on track to maintain their 70 average per game. That is incredible for a 60-minute game of netball. We'll try and listen in to hear what Paula has to say. What can the QUT side get out of this one? So we'll listen in if we can. Paula Stewart there encouraging her team, wants to win the last quarter, gave him a few little bits of advice. That's what I said she'd do. She's always very positive. She talks about the positivity type aspects, doesn't too much focus on the negative. And yeah, just wants to win the last quarter. 2 options, so obviously she's feeling that there are only 1 out at the moment.
Yeah, look, it's interesting that she talks, that she is such a positive coach and an excellent coach, but it does intrigue me as she does, have the expectations as well. And the team have the expectation to be that championship team, but they just need something a little bit more special here if they want that to happen.
So something special happened there. It was a loose pass in, came off the ring. They couldn't handle it, the Cougars. It falls the way of QUT. The margin is 40, not bad, 20, 60-40 at the moment. So like if QUT, like last week the Cougars took care of the Jets, this week they look like they're taking care of QUT. Is it too early to call them the premiers?
Oh, look, I think anything can happen in finals. It's a different environment and there's a different level of pressure. I guess the Cougars right now, like they know they're going to finish on top, so there's nothing really to lose as such, but once you put yourself in that finals game, there is something to lose. And maybe again, like with QUT, like they kind of know, like they're going to make finals. They're probably going to finish second. So, yeah, it's a different level of fight when it comes to finals.
So the intercept by Misa gets rewarded by a shot from Bachelor. Is this the run? QUT, they've got the first 2 out of the timeout. And it looks like they're still down 10-7 in the quarter, but they're fighting hard. Remembering in the third quarter, they scored 5 straight. Unfortunately, they then gave up 4 straight. But they got on a little run. They just need another one, and they need to make it a little longer this time. Veve, no one to throw to. Eventually, she gets caught for the hell ball.
Well, she had Bachelor there, so it was interesting she didn't go there immediately. Obviously looking for a better option, but sometimes, just keep passing it around.
Best option's usually the first option. I say that a lot. And we back with the QUT, the Cougar side.
Oh, great from Gribble there.
Elevation extraordinaire.
She's a great matchup on Rika's too. Obviously the height is there. There you go, you can see it. They're both, Gribble came in a little late there, but the contest is certainly awesome from her.
I think the call's on Misa. Yeah. I don't know what she did. I didn't see it. We were watching Gribble at the time. So it must have been a contact there. It's an area they probably need to tidy up a little bit. Misa, pretty expensive.
There we go. She's gotten it back. So it's almost as if she heard you. Clean contest there. And the re-offer. She's
got a lot of her family here. You would have seen them on the Facebook page last week. There was a nice feature article on Lenora and Misa and her struggles back through injury. If you're looking for inspiration, that is it right there. 2 knee recos, and she's playing at a high level. Incredible. Adam Stahara steps in. Oh, misses over the back, but Bachelor gets it falling out of court. A la Gretel Bruetta, and fires it back. In it goes. She has had a good match today in a beaten side. She's played well. They fired across. Her contemporary has played well as well in Stour.
Oh, great shot there from Rikas.
Boom shagalugga.
When a goal shooter can shoot from that far out, that is dangerous. And there you go. Contact there from Bakewell Doran, and I dare say Batcheldor will shoot this one right up. There she goes. Oh,
Ringed out, unlucky.
Fortunate miss there.
It was more in than out. And Kamo comes up with it. Batchelor steals it straight back.
Great work there from her.
So Newson's back on at wing attack. They've chopped and changed a little bit the QUT side, trying to find the right combination today.
Yeah, and perhaps that's another reason why they are a little bit down. They have had a lot of changes. And like we said, Stewart, she knows they're going to be in final, so maybe it is just that, like, time for her to find that dream combo.
So the difference is 17. The timeout is called by the Cougars. Since the timeout for the QUT side, they're winning it by 3. Liz not liking what she sees, wants to break that momentum, and calls a snappy timeout as Bruce Springsteen plays in the background. We're going to listen in to hear what Liz has to say. Well, Hannah Davies, you get an insight in there into why this is one of the great clubs of netball, probably not even just in Brisbane, but in Australia. They're winning it by 17, they're winning the quarter by 9, and both coaches there in unison want more from their team.
Yeah, both Liz White and Amanda Vanderwaal there just urging them forward. They just want that little bit extra. And look, it's so obvious that's why they're a championship team, because even when, you know, statistically they're doing great, it's just that extra bit they can push for. And they know they can do it. You see Lisa Maimai just saying, come on, like, let's push a little further.
And they're pushing hard here. It comes off, I think that's Taylor. She got a fingertip to that one, goes out, still with Cougars on the throw-in. I've been coached by Amanda Vanderwaal, and she does drive you hard, I will not lie.
She does. I interviewed Kim Jenner, and she actually pointed out Amanda Vanderwaal as one of the most integral coaches in her playing career. And Kim, of course, is playing for the Diamonds now, so I think that says enough in itself.
Yeah, I won't lie. I was just a bit of a hack until Amanda got me, and she turned me into a okay player, and managed to represent Queensland and a few other teams. So I put a lot down to her, and she's never changed in all the years I've known her. And she coaches the same. There she is on screen there. That's Liz on the right, Amanda on the left. And believe it or not, we were playing at McGregor men's netball team back in the day, and she was my coach with Tracy Foran then, now Bruce. So we were very lucky. We had two of the best coaches we could ever have early in our men's sort of career. So falls the way of the QUT side. Batcheldor unselfishly passes off. So back to 17. They're fighting hard, the QUT side. They took the timeout at 60-40, and since then they've won it by 3. So back with Cougars. Cougars looking to finish this game strongly. So I'll quickly update the ladder. How's we can't decide just yet. We're not sure who's going to win this last quarter. QUT and Cougars fighting hard for the last 2 competition points today.
Good rebound there from Misa. Taylor goes across to dribble. So taking things slow and steady here.
They have to go backwards. This is a better setup. They've held Adams Tahara high a lot, and she hasn't been able to do what she did just then and get closer to the hoop. A lot of the balls that have come into her have been at distance. So QUT, they're eating away at this. Oh, a missed shot there. Falls away of Kamo, and away they go. Numata's gone into centre. And we've got a new wing defence. It's Fitzpatrick. Vivian back out there. So Numata playing centre here. Doesn't go to Maimai, has to go backwards. And margin 17. Cougars through Rikas. We're not going to see Holland. She's not going to come on at all.
No, that's unusual for the Cougars to not feature Holland at all, but final's so close. There's plenty of games left for the Cougars.
I got the feeling at the start of the year it was going to be a year where they just nursed her through, but it didn't quite happen that way. And when Stow got her injury and, of course, and then got called into Firebird, she's played some big minutes in the last few weeks. So
yeah, she has. I wouldn't want to be in Liz and Amanda's shoes for picking the starting 7 for finals time in that Cougars side.
Well, you'd probably think they go back to Holland and Stow. I mean, they've done it for them. Rika's has done nothing wrong, don't get me wrong. She's the youngest of the trio. She's just finding a way, and when she comes on, if there's, she just changes it up so easily. So I'd say that's what they'll probably do.
She is the youngest, but she does that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't say she wasn't the best. I just said she's the youngest. So yeah, she is a quality athlete. So margin back to 20. That's the biggest lead of the match thus far. Cougars have owned it a couple of times now. We're inside the last minute. The energy's certainly gone out of the room, and they're going to pick up 16 competition points, which will take them to 211. And QUT will go to 178, leaving the Jets at 156 after their loss. If they could have had a win today, they could have been fighting for second next week. But that is a bridge too far now, margin of 22 on the competition ladder, and there's only 18 points up for grabs next week. So they fire it down. Bachelor, she may have the last shot of the game from range. It hits the back of the ring. It doesn't fall for her, but there is a contact call on Adams Tahara. So the margin's 20 at the moment. Tahara will shoot, get it back to 19. So the last quarter belongs to the Cougar side, 17-13. And the match is 67-48 in favour of a very, very impressive Cougar side. Hannah Davies.
Yeah, huge game for the Cougars. I wasn't expecting that much of a blowout to QUT, so the Cougars will certainly walk away happy from that. Macy Gardner was the standout for me. I think she was just so consistent across the whole game. Obviously played, I believe, the 60 minutes, so yeah, huge from her.
QUT side, best for them. I thought Bachelor on a beaten side was pretty superb.
Yeah, I was really impressed by her. But also Lily Gribble, I thought, actually, which she wasn't always on. She kind of had like half of the court time, but when she was on, I think she made some really key impacts.
Lily Gribble, there's Rika. She's happy, gives us a big, I'm not sure what that is, but I don't know what that symbol means.
That is her signature. I think it just means...
We dominated.
We dominated, probably.
And there she is on film now. She certainly did. So don't forget, next week we've got the last round of the prelims. Then we go into the finals. We start at 3 o'clock on Saturday, and it is Wildcats versus QUT, Cougars versus Bond Bull Sharks from 5. From 7, it's the Jets taking on the Tigers. And then Sunday morning, the last game of the regular season, Mendy Rays at home. They take on the USC Thunder. The first 3 games, of course, at Nissan Arena. Get all your tickets at sapphireseries.com.au. Well, I've just jumped a little bit earlier. We didn't talk about the best for the Cougars. If you had to pick a player of the game, who would you go for?
Oh, no, I did. I said Macy Gardner.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, you did too. Lost
All
train of
over
thought
it,
there. Yeah,
All over it.
Yeah, well, you should be running this, not me. Anyway, so that's it for this week. We'd like to thank our sponsors again. Of course, HART. They are our major sponsors. HART Sport. They've been with us for a while. We love them. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, and of course Powerade. They are the major partners. Don't forget Bondi Vite and Strap It. Our pitches brought to you today by Gina, Caitlin and Tori from Double Take Sport. They are the best in the business. We thank them every week and they do a great job. Hope you can join us next week. We're at round 14. It's going to be fantastic. The netball gets hotter. It's been a great weekend of sport. 4 games. There were some upsets. And the biggest of all, the Cougars remain undefeated, 13-0. My name's Dave Mills. Thank you to Hannah Davies. Brilliant coverage again.
Thank you, Millsy, as always.
I'll see you next week. And it's bye for now. And as always, be brilliant, people.